you so much for taking my call. You got to bail me out of this.
We've been doing this for 10 years, Chris. We'll do our best.
I'm confident. I met this woman on Match, and even though it was a short date, it was like 45 minutes long. We went out for drinks, and it was awesome.
Wow, that is a short date.
Yeah, it was kind of like an after-work thing, and we didn't want to stay out too late. Plus, it was a first date, so we're like, oh, just come in, have a couple drinks, meet each other. And it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. She's awesome.
Great.
Cool.
Right? I mean, here's the thing. 'Cause I'm always looking at dates. It's like, is she smiling? Is she laughing? A lot of eye contact. You watch the pupils dilate. You know you're in.
True.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I think so.
We had a lot of common. That she seemed like she was having a good time, even though it was a short date. And then I told her that I would call her, and she's like, yeah, cool.
And then
nothing.
Okay. What's your story? Is she dating other people? Like, she got an ex in the picture?
You know, I didn't even dig that deep into her current situation. I just assumed that if she was willing to go out, that she was good to go, you know?
Yeah. I mean, she probably is or would be if it wasn't for you-know-who, meaning insert other guy's name here.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's what it feels like.
And that could be true, and I would be totally fine if that was the truth. I would just love to know why she's not getting back with me.
Right.
Yeah. The curiosity.
Yeah.
It's always the issue.
Well, that'd make it easier to close the book on this chapter if you at least knew, right?
But you felt like you impressed her, right? You left a good impression. You showed up in a clean shirt, and you weren't wearing sandals with horribly pedicured feet or anything like that.
Never. That is such a no-go. In fact, any guy listening, if you're wearing sandals, stop.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Well, why don't we take a break then? When we come back, we'll call her up, see what her deal is. Hopefully get you a real date, a proper date, like a dinner date. We'll pay for it if all goes well. As Second Date Update continues on Match, and they had a very short first date, which is totally fine. They met up for a couple of drinks, got to know each other. Instant chemistry, the whole thing. Really likes her, maintaining eye contact, smiling. Seemed into him. He said he'd call her, set up a future date. She seemed down. He reaches out. Nothing. And again, it was a 40-minute date, so it's possible there could be someone else in the picture. Maybe she's dating other people. Wouldn't be the first time. But is there anything else you thought of, Chris, during the break that you want to add before we call her?
No, and I just had it so well that I feel like every text that I send, I'm losing points the longer it goes. So I just love to know what's going on.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, let's call her, see what's up.
Awesome.
Hello,
Hi, Maria.
this is she.
It's Jeff and Jenn at Q102 Radio. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Is it necessary for me to say radio when I say Q102?
I don't know. I don't think.
I think because we got burned by some calls in the past where they were like, "You're what?"
Yeah.
They don't
so you
listen.
throw that in there just as
Who
an
are
extra.
you? Where are you from? What is this? We're a radio
no,
station.
I'm very familiar.
Oh.
No, very familiar. Yeah.
Great.
I listen to you guys all the time. So
I love that.
Very
Nice.
curious to know what this is about.
You familiar with our Second Date Update feature? We like to call it a public service.
Up. Yeah, no, are you kidding me?
Putting people together almost daily.
See, we're going to start getting in
Wow.
trouble here now that we've got the Best Friends Club, because people are going to think that we're calling them for the Best Friends Club when it's actually a Second Date Update, and they're going to realize they're not getting the jersey, and they're going to be upset.
Well, not yet. You'd be a candidate.
I know exactly who you're speaking of. Yes.
You know who called about you.
Yeah.
Are you intentionally avoiding him, or are you just busy?
Oh my God, that guy is an idiot.
What?
He is an absolute idiot. So I have a mole on my cheek that I've had since I was born, right?
Yeah.
Do you know this fool kept trying to wipe it off my face?
Oh,
No, I'm serious. Like, the first time that he tried to wipe it off, right, he reached up and he's like, hey, you have something on your face. And he starts rubbing it really hard. And I'm like, hey, it's a mole. I've had it for a long time. He was like, no way. And he just kept picking at it. And I was like, yo, stop. But he just kept going. Well, hold up. He even licked his finger like I was his child
Oh.
wipe it off my face.
Yeah, some people don't like to be touched that way. That's...
Yeah.
Oh, I felt like I was his kid.
Now, my aunt, back in the day, she's in her 80s now, but she used to draw a mole in because she
Cindy
said
Crawford.
when she was a teenager, that was considered what they called a beauty mark.
Beauty mark, yep.
Yeah, my mom actually used to do that. But
Okay, yeah, so it's not just my aunt,
Yeah.
but maybe he thought that's what it was.
No, I told him several times. And you know the worst thing about it is because I was like, okay, hey, I got to go, blah, blah, blah. It was nice. I was so hungry. I stopped at another restaurant on my way home just so that I could eat.
Oh, I would totally
But
do
I was
that.
not going to sit there. Yeah, like I can't.
That's funny.
The first time, an accident,
Sure.
but the repeating of it
To
really.
keep at it is a bit much.
Chris, were you just drunk?
No, it looked like dirt. It doesn't look like a bowl.
Not a nice thing to say.
I'm sorry. It just
It
looked the way
was
it
not
looked.
Dirt. It was not. It is my mole that I told you that. Oh my God, Jesus! I can't. I'm done.
It didn't look like a mole, and I wanted to get it off. I'm sorry. I thought I was doing you a favor.
You were not doing me a favor. How many times I have to? You don't listen. That's the problem with you. You don't listen. So disrespectful.
Well, I hope you enjoyed your
Wow.
steak in that second meal. That's fine.
Yeah, I sure did by myself. Being by myself was way more peaceful.
Okay. Well, thank you for talking to us, Maria. Now we know. And now he knows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm not to say. I'm baffled at this moment.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yep.
All right.